Hey, what is up guys, your boy Raven here today, and have you ever thought how it's going to be to mill someone? Well, look no further, because I have another fantastic deck for you for today, and this is a Centiskorch deck. Here we are with a Centiskorch deck, another fantastic deck that we created live on stream with the help of you guys, and we combined many features. And I do honestly think that the list we do have right now, right here, is the most consistent list out there, and I'm gonna take a full credit because I created it, and this beats Picarums, this literally beats Mew 3s, this beats ADP, well, with a bit of trouble, but it beats it, so definitely you'll see that in the gameplay portion of the video. But why am I hyped about the Centiskorch? Well, this is a mill deck. And Centiskorch says that for each fire type energy attached to this Pokemon, you can discard the top card of your opponent's deck. And that's what we want to use. But hey, Raven, listen, they can just hit you back. That is true, they can hit me back. But what I can do is I can play a Mareep with a fluffy pillow. So I can put them to sleep, right? Use Slumbering Forest and make them flip 2 coins to actually wake up. And this is what we want to do. And there are going to be many moments where you want to stall the game as well, and that's why we will be playing, for example, Lily's Pokédolls. But let's take a look at the whole deck, and I'm going to go card by card. So as you can see, we play 12 Pokemons, we play 34 trainer cards and 14 energy, which 14 of that energy is only fire type. So starting from the left, we do play Oranguru for the resource management. This is, the card that you will rarely use, that is true, but sometimes in those really tough spots or near end of the game, that might be crucial. That might be your win or loss scenario right there, this resource management. So that's why we do actually play this Oranguru. Then I have a line of 3/3, of course, Sizzlipede with Centiskorch, 1 Victini Prism, because there is going to be, sometimes your Centiskorch is going to get knocked out. There's a lot of energy in the discard pile because of that, and we only play so many fire crystals. So what is the most efficient way to bring stuff back but still deal some damage? Well, Victini Prism and Infinity Attack, and that's what we want to use, and that's what we will be using right here. Then we have 3 Mareeps and 1 Zacian V, and of course Zacian V is here for the draws and to stall the game, right? You can say he's already knocked out right now, even though he's in the deck. He's already knocked out, because you want to stall with him, you want to get those draws, set up your bench, because setting up is the key here. You can't be fast, you can't be, just right off the gate. No, you have to be a little bit more careful, you have to set it up, just slowly develop your side of the board, and then you can start attacking. Then you can start putting your opponent to sleep, retreating that Mareep, playing that Centiskorch, make them do those coin flips, and you will see that this strategy of taking things a little bit slower helps you a lot. Like honestly, I got to learn. I had to learn it because I like fast-paced decks. But this deck is not that. You have to take it a little bit slower, and you can do that with this deck because it's made to stall it, right? It's stall and a mill and 1. Then we have 34 trainer cards, and we do start with 2 Fiery Flints, 1 Fire Crystal, because again you don't need a lot more. 3 Great Balls to get yourself some Centiskorches, but also some Zacian during those early turns. 4 Lily's Pokédoll. And that is really one of the most important cards in this deck, to stall the game, to buy yourself this 1, 2, 3 turns, especially after you're just gonna put out to sleep someone thanks to Mareep. You put that U-turn board on it, retreat, and they do have to flip those coins, and you still have Lily's Pokédoll as an active. You buy yourself some more time to build a bench, and that is what you want to do. Of course, we do also play 2 Pole Pads to bring out Welders, playset of Pokegears with playset of Quick Balls, so 4 Quick Balls, and we are a little bit, stadium heavy, but some of them are for early game and some of them are for the late game, which are Giant Hev, 1 Giant Hev, and of course 1 Hit Factory. Those are for early game to get those draws, to gain what you need. And then we have 4 Slumbering Forest for the late game, because that is where the magic happens. That's what you want to have. I tried this deck without Slumbering Forest, and it's just pointless. Mareep plus Slumbering Forest plus U-turn board on Mareep. just makes this deck amazing. Like this is what you want from that deck. This just makes him one of the top decks in the format. Of course, you got Professor's Oak set up, 2 copies of to set up during, you know, if you go second, you want to set up Marip, Zacian, and Sizzlypede, and you also always want to say, you know, and play Sizzlypede on your deck. And then we do have 4 Welders, 2 U-turn boards, and 14 energy. So as you can see, the deck is quite consistent. The deck is, you know, the list is quite simple, but it's so effective. Like sometimes, you know, what is simple is really, really effective, and you'll see that, you know, against Pikarom. You'll see that in a second against other decks, because it's just fantastic. So let's move on to the games, and we see each other after the games. So let's go. I'm not really the biggest fan of Typhlosion. We already tried, you know, 2 decks with it, like in the past. I know right now it can be a little bit different. I might try it later, but as of right now, I think, you know, I want to stick with that idea, and we'll see what's going to happen. Because like, the whole thing is, you know, if I can actually... Ooh, nice kill, Leo. If I can actually, you know, have that Slumbering Forest right on board and keep my opponent asleep and mill them, you know, because of that, that's gonna be great. But I also know, yeah, I also do need cards like, let me just Fluffy Pillow. Great Ball, let's see. I was like Pokeball just to stall a bit, you know, U-turn board to appear of 3 energy is great. Also, what is the best way to play Baby Charizard right now? Let me know. Quick Bolts, Incense, and, you know, you start with some Green's Explorations at first. Alright. Fluffy Pillow. Okay, Quick Ball. In particular, support Pokemon. No, that's a great question, actually. Okay, and I drew. Okay, so I drew Slumbering Forest. That's great. That's part 1 of the whole plan. I don't know if Baby Charizard needs Chinchino, to be honest with you. Ah, that Palkia Zero Vanish. That's gonna hurt. There's a winning deck Typhlosion on the Centiskorch Mill. Nice. Okay, Pokegear. If it's a fire deck, Salazar will be better than Cinccino, right? No, so Salazar is not really better than like, it depends what you want from a deck, to be honest with you. Because you're not always want to, you know, keep on discarding your energy. Right? And like, I feel like, you know, if you know, have to compare those two, right? I feel like Cinccino is better because you're just discarding the card that is dead in your hand at this point in time. Right? And you're just getting rid of your dead cards. Which I feel like, you know, it's a lot better than, you know, just getting rid of energy, and then, you know, playing fire crystal to get it back. Okay, that's... Alright, so it's like the Slumbering Forest idea actually is working. I mean, slowly, but it's working. Alright, 100-foot flames. There we go. And I mean, I know I have to be a little bit careful because he can, you know, go for that GX. But look at that. Oh, yes. I think we finally hit the, you know, the sweet spot. Oh, yeah, there we go. We did hit that sweet spot. And a Frostmoth discarded. Yeah, there we go. Oh, thank goodness, finally we have that nice sweet spot for that deck with Slumbering Forest. You see, I told you I have an idea. I told you. Okay, more discard, there we go. Yeah, now he woke up. So yeah, he's gonna retreat. How about a couple of Aurora Energy to add Intillion with ability. Then use Intillion after you grab the items. I mean, I don't think, you know, you even need Intillion for that at all. I mean, like, Aurora Energy for him. Like, you know, it depends how you're gonna treat him. Like, if, you know, if you're gonna treat him as, you know, just something that, you know, is gonna give you the resources, then I don't think you even need him. Like, at all. Right, Hydro Pressure. Fluffy Pillow. Quick Ball on Oak Setup, actually on Oak Setup, so we're gonna bring Marip. Oh, I'm gonna be so annoying to him. There we go. He couldn't take it anymore. That's a great... That was his breaking point, yeah. I mean, it doesn't harm me, you know, to add that Aurora. Hey, listening, how's it going? Hello. How you doing, mate? No, but I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you might be, you know, it's not that bad of an idea to actually, you know, have that Intillion there. Just, you know, as an addition. Right, Zacian. That's not the best start in the world. But who knows what Great Ball is going to bring us. That's another water type deck, by the way. But so we find our last opponent's breaking point. Not gonna lie, it was fun. Not gonna lie. Yeah, so he's gonna use it for Frostmoth. Oh, Chinchino for Intillion. Okay, so it works a little better. I mean, yeah, it gives, you know, those two supporters that you need. Alright, 2 trainer cards, right? I mean, you can always, you know, work with what it is. The Evolution Spray Z. If you want, like, a nice consistent flow of that. Alright, Pokemon Catcher, sure. Take that. I mean, it's good with me. Plus it can attack if in trouble. Yeah. You can bench snipe. That's true. Oh, did he had a VMAX? Yeah, he had a VMAX. Right, so yeah, so right now I just have to, you know, I just have to realize that Zacian is dead. Like, Zacian is knocked out. Zacian no more, and I have to start building my bench. I have to start building for Marips, for, you know, just get all those annoying things. And build my hand. And if everything's gonna go right, I will be able to do that. Right, great ball. There we go. Marip. Hello. How we doing, Marip? Welder. I mean, that's a no-brainer where I'm gonna go with it. Okay, Pokédoll. And Zacian. Ooh. Yeah, like having Pokédolls and, you know, and the forest definitely gives me more confidence, you know, playing. So like, okay, you know, he still has to do 2 coin flips, which is really hard. He's discarding himself, like he's milling himself a bit. Alright, he's gonna stamp me probably, which is, you know, fine. And he still has to go through Zacian. So by the time I'm gonna start milling him with Centiskorch and Marip duo, he should be at least at like what, 20 cards, 16 maybe. He still has to go for Frostmouth. Play switch as Lana, then Slumbering can face the hurdle. Yeah, that's true. It can face the hurdle, but at the same time, then I can stall a bit with Louis Pokédoll. You know, he's only playing so many switches. He's only playing so many things at the same time. Hey Beast, how's it going? Hello, how are you doing? So just like me, you know, 29, yeah. This is just like me, you know, trying to be like, okay, let's take it a little bit slower. And a switch, okay. He's doing the good old switcheroo. Let's take a look at Pokégear. Welder. Okay, so on the Great Ball, because I want, you know, to bring back. Did you hear that Christian might return to WWE? Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that he might return to WWE. Okay, this. Let's start building a second one now. Pull pad. I'm gonna bring back those 2 elders. I mean, I don't have to, but I can play a Great Ball just to thin out the deck if I want to. And now Zacian. Oh, we got a U-turn board. Okay. So that's like one part of what I need. So I still need, you know, my Slumbering Forest. So I'm gonna stall a bit, you know, as long, you know, as I'm not gonna get into that, but still, you know, that's 210 damage that he can deal. Yeah, so he's dealing only 210. And he needs that Frostmoth that he's probably gonna have right now. Like, even outside, you know, to see Christian, I hope, you know, he's gonna have a better run now, but let's be honest, he's gonna, you know, there's gonna be hype around him for like first 5 minutes, and then we're gonna have free the Christian instead of free the delete, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, so let's take a look. What do we have in here? That's 210, right? Yeah, that's 210. So I'm still here. Zacian is still alive. Then I have another doll. Okay, we don't need a quick ball. Sword. And we've got a forest. Perfect. Oh, so I got a setup now. I mean, he might have a stadium, and that's true, right? to counter it. But like, you know, with the current setup, I'm in a decent position. Because two of those cards are energies right now. So guys, what are your favorite decks right now from the current format? Or like, what are your decks that you do play IRL? Really, you know, really curious. And again, all those decks from Rillaboom to Centiskorch, all decks right here on the YouTube channel. Wait, did he went with... Okay, so he went with Body Surf. I mean, if he's gonna do that, then, you know, I have time to charge a second, you know, Centiskorch. Morpeko V at the moment. Nice, and how's Morpeko V? I haven't played that deck, to be quite honest with you, so... Really curious about him. Okay, pull pad. Because I need him to knock out Zacian. Right? Chat, what format is to 10% chance to get a Pokemon? Dude, Swaggeran, I have no idea what formula. It's slow, but once it gets rolling, it's good. Okay. I feel like, you know, Swaggeran means what is the formula for counting, you know, the percentage. Or, you know, what's your chance of actually getting them on in your hand? That's what I think. I mean, I might be wrong. I have 10 Pokemon in my deck, and I want to know... I can tell you this. Do you have the DNA? If so, 99 on the DNA. And I mean, I know it sounds like a joke, but... That's true. Like, almost every time you're gonna have a DNA. But yeah, there's a probability, yeah. Alright, let's browse through the deck. We still have some Slumbering Forest, so I have to dig myself to them a bit, but also, you know, prepare. Yeah, so, like 95%. But I don't know the formula, to be quite honest with you. I have no idea what formula is for that. Okay. So I'm starting to mill. So again, I have my whole setup ready to go. I do have another Slumbering Forest. So if he's going to get rid of this Slumbering Forest, I'm going to play another one. Right, and I do have Fire Crystal, I do have a Welder, so even if I'm going to retreat, I can put those energies back, those two energies that are going to, you know, get wasted because of the retreat. Then it's 60%, yeah. Oh, I didn't expect it. Okay, but this is like one time. Okay. Yeah, but he can play Stadium and Reset Stamp, but you know, he's stabbing me to 6. But this I didn't expect it, like Invasion. But then he's still gonna, you know, he's still gonna have to retreat, right? But that, if he has more air balloons, that's also if he has. That's something worth noting. He has to have those air balloons. Or a switch, yeah, like that also works. But he's like 12, so you know what? I do have an idea. Because I'm really close. 6, 7, 8. Alright, I have an idea. Alright, so that looks kind of good odds, honestly. Well, I'll tell this, dude. Like 16% on the paper sounds really good, but in play, if you're playing IRL, like, if that's what you're thinking of, then you have to consider shuffling, and then it does change the whole thing. But if we're talking about online, I would still not even count on like the percentages. Because the RNG, is so weird that, and this knows everyone who has one Dedenne in the deck, and 70% of games is a Dedenne start. Oh, he might get me here. Yep, he got a Centiskorch. Okay. Yeah, and there's also, exactly, pricing the pieces, right? So that's, another thing that, you have to consider. Okay, disk reload. Don't have a switch. No switch. If there would be a switch, yes. Oh, there was just no switch at all. But that was the greatest challenges. I mean, this deck you bring to international championships and run with it. No, but we really made it consistent, and that was the problem, when we were with previous versions, right? That it was not consistent enough, that it was, trying to be something it shouldn't be. It was just trying to be aggressive where it shouldn't. Yeah, sure, other opponents will actually fight you when playing. I mean, dude, if you've been to, regionals, internationals, there are guys that will, throw cards at you just because they lost a game. And imagine if they would lost to this. Or to, Noctowl deck. Because, oh yeah, no, great, Noctowl deck. Perfect. So imagine them. It's that happens. Last time I was playing internationals, I won against a guy that was playing also Pikarom, and he just threw cards at me because he was so pissed. So yeah, Kovac had similar experiences to one guy, right? Some people are just taking it too far, Of course, judges done what they were supposed to do, they stepped in, they did the right thing. I can't say anything bad about the judges because the judging was great at the event, but yeah, people are behaving like that, like animals. And I mean, I can imagine being salty, but there are boundaries sometimes, right, to being salty. But I feel everyone who played any card game, seen those situations, or have those situations happen to them. The first was a rough estimate, expect percent, 25.86% to not get a Pokemon with 10 Pokemon. Oof, that's a lot. Right, so I now have to have a lot of Centiskorches and just keep discarding. But it you're kind of putting the cards after you drew your first hand. He had consequences. Yeah. He was DQ'd. Like, I called the judge, right, for him. And the other situation, you know, the Kovac, like, literally the judge was next to them, so... GJ. Oh, I love... Dude, like, that is, you know, you just call judges and, you know, they call the security, because that is, like, this is harassment. But even that annoying decks, right? If I had a Pikarom, I would never throw it since it was decently conceded. Yeah. That's true, but, you know. And again, and the percent that you're counting, you know, you put your prize cards after you draw, so you kind of can count what you can draw in your first hand, because you draw and then you have prizes, right? So to a certain degree, you know, you can do the math. All right, and that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. And a sword, let's see, there we go. So against Almighty Mew 3. So can Noctowl win against Centiskorch Mill? May not be able, depends what Mill is going to discard. Like, it really does, you know, depend on what Mill is going to discard. And I feel like Noctowl has lesser chances, actually. Just because of that reason, you know, that... yeah, I don't need that anymore, so let's get... nice Sizzlipede. Welder. I mean, it also depends on how you look at the game, right? Worst behavior I've ever seen, a person was 2 juniors that nearly got into a fist fight because instead of cutting one of the most rizzling his opponent's deck and had actually banned a lot of the cards. Yeah, like, you see, you know, like the riffle, like it hurts me when someone riffles my deck as well. But I just know there's, you know, nothing I can do about it sometimes. But yeah, like, riffle hurts me on the inside. Okay. A fluffy pillow. Oh, the rage quit. Oh, he already, like, I'm gone, I'm out. Alright, so that was actually a mill deck, right? I hope you don't hate me for creating it. It's a really nice deck. Honestly, I know it's not fun for your opponent, and I apologize all of my opponents, but this is a really, really amazing deck, and I love that deck. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that if you like what I'm doing. Down there below in the description, you do have a link to TCG Player if you want to purchase all those cards IRL and support the channel. Also have a 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Oak if you want to support the channel as well that way. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Goodbye and good night. Raven loves you. Take care. Bye.